good, Breaker Nation? Welcome back to another session of Bama Breaker. And I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. It's been like 4 months since I posted like a video. But don't worry, this year I got a lot of stuff planned out for you guys. I got a lot more story times. I got a lot of challenges coming up. I got a lot of collaborations coming up. So don't worry, I got y'all. Kicking off this junior year, if you read the title below, yeah, look down. You kind of already understand what this story time might be about. But before I get into the story, let me give y'all some specific details leading up to that point. Leading into the background details leading up to the incident. Everybody know I work at Moe's, and that consists of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We close at 9 o'clock that night. So I'll probably walk back into my apartment at like 10. Wednesday through Saturday, we close at 2 o'clock in the morning. We call those late nights because we be there cleaning until like 3:30, 4 o'clock, depending on how busy we get that day. And the incident just so happens to fall on one of those late nights, which kind of made it even worse, per se. Leading into the story, my manager calls me Wednesday night, and he was like, "Hey, Soldier, I need you to take a cater in the morning. It's about like 30, 40 people or whatever. It's a taco bar." So I'm like, okay, cool. He was like, "Bet, I'll see you in the morning. It got to be there at 11 o'clock. And I'm like, all right, bet. So it had to be there at 11 o'clock that morning, like set up, like had to take the food there, set up or whatever. So I got to the store to make sure I got my hot, cold, make sure I got enough tortillas, plates, spoons, and stuff like that, just to make sure like everything's perfect. I got there at 9 o'clock. And as I'm there setting up my cater, like make sure I got everything, I'm talking to my friend Melanie. If you remember Melanie, she's in my past couple of videos. For one specifically, she's in my Valentine's Day video where we're going around giving people flowers and stuff like that we feel like needed a flower. So I was talking to her as I was setting up the cater. By the time I went and set up the cater, like made sure everything was straight, made sure I set it up right, got the people to sign my paperwork, got my tips. I got back to the store. It was about 11:45 going on 12 o'clock. Not that bad, but the only problem was I had class at 2. Damn, my lips are white like a bed. Hold up. Gotta make sure I'm straight. Hold up. All right, bet. But I had class at 2 o'clock. So I was like, forget it. So I went to my house, grabbed my books and stuff, and I just dipped straight to class. Got out of class around 3:15-ish or whatever. I got Panda Express, which I am right now. I'm at Panda Express right now. If you see the cars behind me, Panda Express is life for me. So I got Panda Express after class, heading home. By the time I finished everything, when I got home, like everybody know when you're busy, time just goes by fast. So by the time I actually smashed my Panda Express, by the time I cleaned up my apartment, made sure I had my stuff set up for the next day, it was already like moving on. It's already 8 o'clock that night, and I really had just got home. Like I really just finished like doing everything I needed to do. I had to be to work at 10, so I was like, forget it. I'm gonna just stay up and watch the Thursday night game. I'm finna see if my Vikings go ahead and smash them fuck out these Rams. But the Vikings lost, and they ended up giving me -3 points in fantasy. That was heartbreaking. I took an L on that one. But I was watching the game. Then next thing you know, while I was watching the game, that's when everything just went left. Like, I mean, like, when I say left, I mean left. Like, you could do a whole circle. Moving on with the story, I opened my eyes to somebody bamming on my door, like mad bamming.
I mean, like bamming. Like, I'm not talking about bamming. I'm talking about bamming.
So I wake up and I'm like, I know somebody's bamming on my door, but I'm like, I thought I was just tripping at that point. So I lay back down and to go back to sleep, but they're still bamming on my door, like hard, like a hard bam, like they're coming through my door. So I get up to go to the door to see who's bamming on my door, and I'm looking at the peephole, like with like my one eye, I'm looking at the peephole, but I started to start tripping because I don't see nobody like in the peephole. I don't see nobody like standing there whatsoever at my door. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm tripping. Oh shit, oh no. I started thinking of the movie Nun. Like, that's a new scary movie that just came out recently. It's called The Nun. And like, I started thinking about that instantly, and I'm like, oh man, I'm tripping. So the white person in me, no offense, but the white person in me decided to open the door. And like the way I opened the door, I cracked it open a little bit and I put my foot behind the door just in case somebody tries to run in the house. Like I got my weight on the door. And I'm like peeking out the door, like peeking out like the corner of the door, and I see Melanie.
Can I get all 3 orange chicken? And what else today? And I'll take a Pepsi. Okay, would you like a medium or large? Medium. Anything else today? That'll be it. Thank you.
And she's like sitting here yelling at me like, oh, Kenny, why you're not answering your phone? Like everybody's been calling you, been texting you, you're not replying back. Your phone's going straight to voicemail. And I'm like, Melanie, what are you talking about? She was like, Kenny, oh my God, you had to be to work at 10 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. She was like, Kenny, it's 11:30 right now. And like nobody haven't heard from you all day. And I look back and I see the time and it's like 11:30, 11:35. I'm like literally an hour and a half late for work. And like, I guess what had happened was my shift lead Bree, she known me for a while. Like I've been working at Moe's for 3 years now. And like I worked with her for 3 years. She actually like trained me and everything. So like Bree actually like, she's one of like the only people like here that like really like knows me. And she knows like me being late to work, like that's like out the option. Like that never happens unless like it's something really big. So when she seen that it's like 10:05, 10:10, like, and I haven't walked in the door yet, I haven't clocked in, I haven't like called the store and say, hey, I'm gonna be a little bit late, she started getting worried. So 10:30 comes around and Bree's like, okay, now something's wrong, where's Kenny? Like he's never like late, like, and it's like he's already like half an hour late. So she's debating whether like, dang, should I call the manager or should I call the assistant manager? No, I don't got time for that. So she calls Melanie because she knew Melanie out of all people would know where I'm at because Melanie is my best friend. Melanie is that ride or die nigga. If you see me, you see Melanie. Like most of the time, we're always together. So she calls Melanie and she's like, Melanie, have you heard from Kenny? And Melanie was like, I haven't seen Kenny since he took the cater this morning. But I think he had class at 2, but that's the last time I seen him was this morning when he took the cater. And Bree was like, well, he had to be to work at 10. It's 10:30. I haven't heard from him. Like nobody haven't seen him all day or whatever. So Melanie, she tries to call me. Melanie called me like 6 times. Bree called me like 4 times from the store phone. She had the guy Jake and the guy Raj that was working with us that night text me and call me. They said my phone going straight to voicemail. I wasn't replying back to texts or nothing like that. So Bree was like, forget that. And like, let me tell you, Bree put out an Amber Alert looking for me. Like Bree legit told everybody at Moe's that I was not like answering the phone or nothing like that. So from within like that hour and a half that I was late to work, I mean like everybody who worked at Moe's, like my friend Misha, my friend Keandre, my friend Shaniqua, Melanie, Bree, Jake, Raj, the girl Hannah, everybody that worked at Moe's was blowing my phone up. They was either calling me, texting me, somebody hit me up on Snapchat, like everybody was just hitting me. I promise when I finally looked at my phone while Melanie, damn, my lips are still getting chapped. While Melanie was sitting there yelling at me, I was looking at my phone and I shit you not, I probably had like 30 missed calls and like 15, 20 text messages. And I could have sworn like I set my alarm to get up to go to work, but apparently not. My phone was on silent. And like that's all struggles for all iPhone people. Like you would think you would have something planned out, but no, if you don't put your phone on silent, you're not getting no sound whatsoever. So within that whole hour and a half, I didn't hear my phone go off. I didn't hear my alarm go off. I didn't hear none of the texts or none of the calls that was coming into my phone. So basically everybody was blowing my phone up like, oh my God, like where's Kenny? Like this isn't like him. Like he's gone. Like where is he? Something wrong? I don't know. So Melanie got her sister, because Melanie don't have a car. Melanie got her sister to like bring her all the way to my apartment. Melanie, need to say, lives about like 10-15 minutes away from me. So Melanie's sister, like Melanie got her sister to get up like at like 11 o'clock that night and drive to my apartment to see where I was. And Melanie was saying when they pulled up, they didn't see my truck, which is like not usual. because I don't park near my apartment. Like I sometimes like park away and I have to walk. So like that wasn't usual, but they saw that like none of my lights was on or nothing like that. So that made them even freak out even more. Our conclusion, basically, by the time I end up getting to work, it was about like 12 something or whatever. I basically like clocked in to work for like the last like 3 hours of our shift. So after that, Melanie stayed glued to my hip. She would not like leave. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna help y'all close. Even though Melanie already had worked earlier that day, she decided to stay with us and close. Walking into Moe's, Bree was like, there he goes right there. You know what, Kenny, you're gonna fight me giving a heart attack. You're gonna have to fight me. To this day, Bree still says she wants to fight me every time she sees me walking into Moe's. But other than that, I really didn't understand, like, when I see posts about people going missing and stuff like that, I never took it seriously. And, like, actually seeing, like, I could have been in that type of situation, per se, it kind of dawned on me, like, it's how so easy it is for a person to end up going missing, end up getting kidnapped. Like, it's so easy. It can happen just like that. And I never really thought about it. But other than that, thanks for watching this video. I hope y'all liked it. I got more coming up. Go and hit that subscribe button at the bottom and go watch more of my videos.